Welcome to the fifth stage of Giro Next Gen Carta Giovani Nazionale, 139 kilometers in and around Bacoli, known as a stunning seaside destination in the heart of Phlegradian fields, just outside Napoli. Images from the sign-on early on with yesterday's winner, Matteo Fiorin of Solme Olmo Arvedi, Davide Donati with the maglia rossa, the race leader Jasper Schops, the maglia azzurra Matthew Dodd, and the maglia bianca Matej Boldirev, Simone Zanini in the tricolore, and a neutralized start was given. Official start with the Jente Strade of EF Education Evol on the move. But eventually the front of the race was later composed with the maglia azzurra in it. They go through the finish line for the first time, and also on the Monte di Procida, the categorized climb of the day, to repeat 8 times. This is the top of the climb of Monte di Procida, and Matthew Dodd getting 6 points in the pocket. In the intermediate sprint of Bacoli, with Arighetti fencing going for the sprint, getting 12 points and 3 bonus seconds. 4 laps to go for the peloton as well. The confirmation of the intermediate sprint points. And the rider of Little Trek Future Racing getting rid of the bottles ahead of the climb. Decathlon Divo team pulling in the front of the peloton with the Red Bull Borremans rookies as well. And the action continues for the front of the race. Again on the top of the climb of Monte di Procida, with the Matthew Dodd again winning 6 points. Front of the race with the 3 laps to go. Patrick Gosciurni of Visma Lease Bike Divo team on the charge now, putting the pressure on Red Bull Borremans rookies. Will it be a chasse patate, or is there a specific plan on for the Dutch team? Let's find it out. The front of the race on the top of the categorized climb of Monte di Procida again, with Dodd keep building his buffer for the maglia azzurra. 2 laps to go for the front of the race, and Gosciurni caught by the peloton. In the meantime, Lorenzo Finn decides to strike out the first attack with Oben Sparfell on his wheel, and Ramirez also there, and Van Kerkhove just following things at the top. The maglia rosa Schops struggling the back of the peloton. The Monte di Procida again, the top of the climb for the front of the race. Acceleration in the peloton by Federico Savino of Sodal Quickstep Divo team, and Daan Dijkman on the chase. He's able to bridge across to the front of the race. Last lap for the front of the race. Van Kerkhove follows 16 seconds behind, getting across the gap towards the front of the race. Group of Finn passes the finish line roughly 40 seconds behind. 6 points again awarded to Matthew Dodd. Lorenzo Finn goes again with the 12 kilometers to go. Sparfell glued to his wheel. Looks back and sees some gap, with only 3 riders able to follow him. Lorenzo Finn catches the front of the race. The race keeps looking at each other. In the same time, Van Kerkhove goes off with Niccolò Arighetti of General Store SGB Fratelli Curia. The top of the climb, the last ascent, as well as the chasing group, 16 seconds down. 900 meters to go, and they're gonna survive to the line. The peloton is going through. The Flamme Rouge as well. But it's all about the 2 riders at the front now, with Van Kerkhove leading at the moment. Waiting for the right moment, but he can't come around Van Kerkhove, that wins and gets the 10 bonus seconds in the Maglia Rosa classification. Torbikielsen of Little Trek Future Racing closing the podium with Esparfel in 4th position. Really good sprint also, of course, by Niccolò Righetti. Closing in 2nd position, another Italian in top 3. And the general classification with the Matisse Van Kerkhove leading the Maglia Rosa classification.
Matisse, congratulations, the pink is yours. We have seen you happy but also exhausted. How was today?
Oh yeah, it was a really hot day, and also every time these laps was pretty hard. And yeah, in the beginning a breakaway went, and we keep it calm and let the other teams do it work. And yeah, then at the final I could follow a finish attack in the 2nd last lap. And then I jumped in before the last downhill in the finish to the breakaway group, and then I had great legs, so I kept riding also. Yeah, and then at the end Finn joined again, and then unexpectedly they let us a gap with the 2nd guy was also really strong. And we rode together till the finish, and yeah, really happy.
When you played the attack in the hospitality zone, there was your dad and your grandmas, of course, cheering for you. How much this make you proud, you know, to win the stage here in front of your dad, of your family?
Yeah, it's always special, and it's really casual that they came today to watch the race, and I just won. Already the day they come here, so it's really special also. And yeah.
The Maglia Rosa is yours. The goal, of course, is to keep it. Today we start with the climb, with the hardest stage. What do you expect also from the other teams, from Lorenzo Finn, the attack today?
Yeah, I expect they will make my day hard. I expect, and yeah, tomorrow's a really hard day, and we will see how we're gonna do it. But I will for sure defend this jersey.
Kind of nervous with multiple attacks. How it went?
Yeah, already yesterday when I saw the route, I already know it was going to be harder. I think for me it was the hardest stage of the World Giro, because then tomorrow I will keep it easy when I drop on the climbs. But yeah, today we took the control of the race, and with the help of other teams, but mainly we worked for not giving the breaker too much time, because I immediately saw it was a really strong breakaway, and yeah, I think we did a pretty good job. At the end we saved the day, and then that's the most important.
We have seen the Red Bull controlling the race, trying to attack the first attacks of Lorenzo Finn during this Giro. What can we expect from your team, starting from tomorrow with the hardest climb, time to try to get the pink?
Yeah, I mean, I saw Lorenzo is really strong actually, and also in the last weeks he was really doing well during trainings. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be one of the main favorites for the Giro, and we'll try to help him as much as possible.
And what about your red?
For my red, I mean, I'm still trying to get some points in the intermediate sprints, and I have a quite big gap, so I can also take it a little bit easy, but I will for sure keep an eye on it.
So then, looking at today, it will be a hot stage, multiple attacks. How went the circuit?
Well, for me it was very hard today. Didn't went how I wanted. I felt not super good with the heat, and eating and drinking was not going well, but still happy to go away with white jersey.
Now you have the white jersey. The goal, of course, for the next day will be to keep it. Try to keep it.
Yeah, it will be to keep it, but the main goal is to go good with Ramirez the next days.
Looking at the next stages, the real Giro, the hardest climb of the Giro are coming. How will you face it as a team?
I think we will ride good as a team, try to help Ramirez as best as possible, and see what he can do on the climb.
So Matthew, you're one of the athletes during this huge breakaway, like 100 kilometers of breakaway. First of all, how are you, and was one of your goals to do this?
Yeah, I'm pretty cooked, to be honest. Initially the goal wasn't really to defend blue, it was just to try and go for the stage. And literally after that first climb, I basically just took the downhill first, pushed it quite hard down the downhill, turned around and I had a gap, and then there were 6 guys with it, no, 7, something like that, and yeah, we worked well together and figured this is a kind of circuit where, you know, in a break you're more agile through the corners. If you work well together, you can take the descents just as quickly as a bunch. So the gap stayed at around 2 minutes for quite a while, and I just, you know, took the points every time. I realised I was in a position to do it, so you know, why not go for it? And then yeah, we obviously got caught later on, and yeah, I was pretty cooked by then, but yeah.
Today, 7 of 8 GPM was yours. The maglia azzurra is still yours. Tomorrow we start with the hardest climb. So what do you expect, maybe in order to keep the jersey?
Yeah, I need to have a look at the stage first, to be honest. Like I said, it was a bit of a, you know, it was never really a goal coming into this, but I've got myself into this position, so yeah, I think now I will try and go for it. Yeah, I'll see what happens, but I think, yeah, trying to go for the early break and get the points and then drop back and sort of help our GC guy probably could be the way to go. But yeah, I need to have a look at the profile tomorrow first. Yeah, so get my blood sugar back up and then work out what I do tomorrow.
Mattia, you were one of the main characters of today's breakaway. First of all, we would like to know, it was your intention. How are you?
No, this was the plan of the team. Try to go in the breakaway and then try to play the card. The imagination was to finish in the break, but this was not the plan of the group, so we did our best.
Now you have the tricolore, of course. I think it makes you proud to wear the tricolore in Italy, and that could be a goal, you know, to keep it during the hardest stage you are going to face.
I would like to keep it, but it's not possible for me. No, for sure we will try, but we have one GC leader, and we follow our goal. So go all in for Matteo. We believe in him, and we try for this. I'm so happy to wear this jersey. For 1 second, also, I was trying to win also the pink, but this is also super good.
Looking at the GC today, we have seen the first, you know, kind of selection gaps. In order to fight for this, tomorrow will be a hard stage with the first hardest climb. So what do you expect?
For sure, today was super hard day. Maybe more than the expectative. And I think from tomorrow and the day after will be really casino, we say in Italy.
Really chaotic, yeah.
Grazie a voi.